We're here with Rody Jelleberg from Superior Grain, and we're going to talk about steel prices. This is something a lot of people have noticed. Prices are up, availability isn't always what it used to be. What can you tell us about what you guys are seeing?
In the industry, everything is going up. Steel prices, building materials, aluminum. It's hard to get appliances, it's hard to get furniture. Everything is kind of through the roof. A big part of it is the pandemic from last year. Everything was shut down, all your manufacturing facilities were shut down, which started that trend early, just we didn't see it until it's starting to catch up with us now. The biggest factors at play, there are some mills that are going down for maintenance, scheduled maintenance, some is unscheduled, but there's also a couple mills coming online that have been in the works for a few years, which is going to help. But the biggest driving factor is automotive. Automotive being shut down last year, now they have all these orders that are going in for this year. Some people have heard about the computer chip shortage. What automotive manufacturers are doing, from what we're hearing, is that they're still taking the steel because they want to make sure that they have it when it comes time to need it. But they're also manufacturing vehicles without the chips for their control systems, and they're getting stored in an off-site lot. So they'll basically, when they get the chips in, they'll bring them back in and put them in and then sell the vehicles. We've talked to numerous steel suppliers, and they're saying that the pricing and the availability is not going to really improve at least through the third quarter, which is kind of scary for everybody. Building materials is going to be the same thing. There's a lot of construction companies out there that have basically purchased or gotten a contract to build a home, and they go to build it, and they've taken the contract 6 months ago, and now they can't build the house. They would take a loss. So a lot of times they're basically taking a force majeure clause and saying, we can't build it at this right now. So there's a lot of people that are looking at buying existing homes, which helps the housing market. We typically do our steel buys in the early fall, and we kind of base it on what we think we're going to sell for the next year. So we did a pretty good job of that. We actually have steel in right now. There's a lot of manufacturers out there that are saying late fall delivery, or even that they're completely booked up. And we have the advantage of being able to move some things around and be able to get product out the door for spring and summer delivery and construction still. This year it's going to be interesting, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but we're trying to prepare and make sure that everything is there for whatever happens.
Now, since last fall, we've also seen a big jump in grain prices. How does that impact your demand for your products that you're already having trouble getting the raw materials for?
We had a lot of demand, and we had a pretty big run up until the steel prices went up. We're still seeing some demand there. A lot of guys, though, are kind of seeing what's going to happen. Dryers is typically a reactionary market. I had told everybody that this year will be a soft year for dryer sales because we had a dry year last year. The previous 2 years, we had wet seasons. Last year was our largest year for selling dryers. We have a couple dryers available. We still have the material. We can get material. The availability isn't as big a factor as the price is right now.
So anything else that you think people should know as they're preparing to maybe make these purchases?
One of the biggest things I think would be to look at what do you need, and we can also, we have an in-house team that can do some site design and site drawings. And if you want a bigger system and you just don't want to spend all that money right now, or just don't have the capacity to do it, do what you need, but pre-plan and don't short yourself by putting in smaller equipment just because you want to get this one project done. If you plan it out in stages, and we've got a team that's pretty good as far as planning out, this is phase 1, this is phase 2, and phase 2 might happen 2 years down the road, it might happen later on this year. If guys have questions, they can always reach out to us. We've got a really passionate team, we love what we do. Reach us by phone, social media, email, however you want to do it. Answer any questions you have, just give us a call.
Thanks, Rody. You can contact Superior Grain with all of your questions on grain handling and grain drying by visiting their website, giving them a call, or contacting them on social media.